now I'm going to talk about the audio. Audio is very important. If you had me in 258, you understand this and know this. It's the audio coming off the camera is fine, just a camera itself, or if it has a microphone attached to it, these don't. But the natural is fine for natural sound. It's not good for an interview. Not good for an interview. Okay, that's why we have separate microphones to attach to each of these cameras. I'm actually speaking into a camera while shooting this with an external microphone. Okay, it would be very hollow. You wouldn't be able to hear me very well. You hear me much fuller, much more pronounced. It's louder. So that's why we use it. We always use external microphones, and there are certain settings on this camera that have to be set to the correct settings, or it's not going to work. Now, I myself have set each and every one of these cameras. I always do, but as you know, as cameras go in and out, people like to mess around with settings. So just in case you get a camera that's not in the right settings, have the right settings, here I am showing you how to do that. So if you go to the top of where the handle is, you'll be able to see some things. There's a little clear thing here. It opens up like that, go like that, and so we have that, and you'll see a couple of things here. Here it says channel 1. What does that mean? Channel 1 is just your natural sound, okay? Natural sound of stuff that you're picking up, which is okay. This is just natural sound. Things happen, you hear things. That's fine. It should actually, in this case, be set to internal, because we do not have, if you see here, on this area here, there's a place for what we call a shotgun microphone. We don't have them for you yet. We may get them. As of right now, we have to use what is called an internal microphone that comes with the camera for the natural sound, but you have to make sure it's set to internal, and it is. Channel 2, it should be set to input 2. And input 2, I will show you on the other side of here. There's inputs here, 1 and 2. On the other side, you come up over here, and I'll show you those later. That's two different what we call XLR connectors for the microphones, and that's what that's saying. Okay, what audio? Where am I getting my audio from for channel 2 audio? Understand that you get different audio levels. It is split channel audio, so channel 1 has one set of audio, channel 2 has another set of audio. Totally different audio levels. If you were to look at two at the same time, you'll see one lower than the other, because they have two individual audio inputs, two different levels. That's the way it's set to be. So it should be on, as of right now, internal on channel 1 and input 2 on channel 2. Okay. Now we have audio inputs. Okay. Input 1, I just keep it on mic level, with the middle one on the left for input 1, because we're not really using input 1. That would be this over here, because there's inputs 1 and 2 on the other side. I'll show you input 1 and 2 later on. And then there's input 2. When we're doing our microphones, we throw our external microphones or our lavaliers, those are like the lapel microphones, into input 2. And input 2 is on this side. You make sure, say, okay, what are we doing there? That will be set to mic 48V, MIC 48V. What does that? And that's all the way in the bottom. So we're on the bottom there. And what does that mean? That is 48 volt. That means it's saying, okay, I am taking my audio from an input with a microphone and what we call an XLR audio cable, imported set inside the second audio input on the other side. So that's the way it should look. It should always say internal, channel 1 INT, channel 2 input 2, audio input, mic, MIC in the middle for input 1 for now, and input 2 mic 48V. You also have a couple other things here. It's you'll see auto manu, and channel 1 and channel 2, and then you have 10 through 1 and 10 through 1 here. These are individual audio levels. You can change the audio levels by doing this. Now, if it's set to auto, and I just keep it on auto right now because we're using the internal mic. That is, like I said, channel 1 is for natural sound. That is just the generic sound that comes with regular video, B-roll. It's able to shoot not only video but audio. That's fine. We keep that on manual. It'll probably be fine. And then but it's important, very, very important to understand on audio select 2 for channel 2, since this is where we're going to be getting all our interview audio. You should keep that on manual because you absolutely want to be able to control how loud or how powerful that audio signal is. And you can see right here on channel 2, there's a little thing here. It says channel 2, 10 through down to 1. And the only way you can do that is by getting an audio level. So every time you go to an interview, how do I get an audio level? Well, once you hook up them and or you've got the microphone, if you're walking with someone, say, hi, I need to get an audio level from you. And check 1, 2 is not acceptable, okay? Like, just tell them, hey, I'm giving you an audio level. I'm just going to talk the way I'm going to be talking in general. This is how my regular conversation is. Doesn't really matter what I'm saying. All that matters is I keep saying, I'm going to keep talking. I'm not really saying anything, but that's not what really matters. We need to just get a good level. Saying check 1, 2 is not going to do anything because it's not consistent enough. Okay? You have to, and you say, hey, once we've got a good set level, we're good to go. And you don't want it to go into the red. When we talk about audio editing, it should be somewhere between -6 and -12, somewhere in what would be like the yellow setting. You don't really want it to go into the red. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later. I'll show you some things later with that, but that's what you should be kind of looking for. And you should also be, anytime you do an interview, or you should technically have a set of headphones, and I'm going to show you that next. If you look in the back of your camera, right beneath the battery, you'll see that there's this plastic thing that's covering over some stuff, and that is where you will find a couple of different things. And I'm gonna come over here, and it easily comes off, just kind of, but it still hangs on. And there's a couple different things in there. And there's an AV thing. Don't worry about that. What we're looking for is, there's a little headset here. I don't know if you can see it, but the middle hole there, little circle there, it's got a little headset, and that's where you should put your headset. And I just happen to have a headset here, and I just stick it in back there. You can do, some of them have it, and I just dropped it. Sorry about that. Sorry about dropping that. And here we go, and just clicks right in, and you should be good to go with that. That should work just fine, and that's how you would do it. Now, some of them have headsets. I'm trying to get everybody to have some, get them to have headsets to become the norm. But if you don't have one in there, you can always just get cheap earbuds or cheap headset, and that'll work as long as it has one of the typical jacks for headsets. Nothing too big. Your typical smaller headphone jacks, headset jacks. So that should work there. All right, that's where you will find the spot for the headphones. Here we are on the other side. I was telling you there were inputs, audio 1, input 1, and input 2. Like I said, input 1 would be for like a natural sound mic. I know we don't have those right now. We're just using internal, but that's where we put the shotgun mic. That's where the thing is over here. That's where they usually keep the shotgun mic. We don't have that, so we just use the internal mic. So that would be where we put input 1 if we had it. For the microphones, and also when we deal with the wireless, I haven't gotten to the wireless yet, the wireless lavaliers, they get inputted into input 2. So here are the two different inputs. These are XLR cable connectors, and if you see here, I'm going to put this is an XLR cable. It comes with a each microphone. Okay, we got that there. And the other side of that is a stick microphone, just like that. Okay, so what do we do with that? Sorry, I got a little close there. So basically, I'm holding up my own stick mic right now, trying to do this. And basically, if you see, it's got three little copper connectors there, and there's three little holes in the in there. You just kind of line them up. This is the external mic, and you're gonna. Sorry, it's gonna be all messy here. Click, you'll hear it click in, and it's in there. And then you'll talk with the microphone. There's the microphone. There's the microphone. It should work okay. Hopefully you heard that bit. But yeah, so, and it goes in there like that. There's a little silver button on top there. You press in there and then pull out. That's how it releases it.